I'm back. I had to talk to a friend of mine. Um, I had to talk to a friend of mine. My mom told me to to ask the door check and see who who's knocking on the door. So it was a friend of mine. Yeah, it was a friend of mine. He came back from just like Venezuela, so he had to drop his mom off at Venezuela for like someone to like take care of his mom. This one, so she could have therapy, so it could be cheaper. So he was there for like 2 weeks. So he came back yesterday. He came back yesterday. So yeah, where was I at? Okay, yeah, Isaiah 33:6. So, it's straight, it's salvation. So the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High will provide straight concerning salvation. You do not want to be spiritually weak when it's just like adversity hits. So with the scripture gives Israelites instructions to how to conduct themselves and also remain faithful. So Proverbs 2:6 say for for the Lord Yahweh give it wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. Okay, so the Most High is the source of true understanding. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So the fear of the Lord means having reverence for the Most High and also taking his commandments seriously. That fear describes it as a treasure because it is more valuable than material possessions. Okay, Proverbs 8, the 8th chapter, 10 and 11 verse says that receive my instructions, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies. Okay, so yeah, so let's go to let's hear Mr. Just the Snyder reports. Let him speak.
Which 9 substations were hit, as long as they were among the 10 most important in its respective region. So the problem is, if it's just one substation that would get hit and that would black out the entire United States, we could really protect that. We would make sure that is, again, place of high security. But when it's every single substation or the 10 most important in those regions, it makes it a little more difficult. I want to show you something. This is the reason why. It says one of the reasons why the grid is especially vulnerable is its age. According to the New York Times, more than 75% of the distribution transformers, like on street corners and telephone poles, are older than their 50-year life expectancy. Larger power transformers, which have shorter lifespans, were on average 38 to 40 years old in 2014. Remember how I talked about that people are paying more for electricity even though they're using less? The reason why they're paying more is because we have to pay the bill for the new transformers, the new power poles, the new power lines. It is the consumer that pays that. And as a result, we see our bills increase substantially. It's not just the usage, okay? It's everything else. That's what's costing the most money. But look at this. It says, according to the AP, the Northern Indiana Public Service Company said more than 75,000 customers were still in the dark on Wednesday. That includes 21,000 people in the city of Gary, Indiana, where people have sought relief from food pantries and gone to community centers just to charge their phones. Okay. The issue, though, right now is that this was a storm that knocked out power. Okay. We can't predict the storms, but we can protect against a coordinated attack. That's what we're hearing. That's what they're saying, is that if this is something that it's publicly known that the United States infrastructure, our power grid, is severely outdated. we need to do something about it. We need to make sure that we can actually withstand a possible attack. And we need to make sure that we are doing everything in our power that if something like this were to happen, we could actually make it through. Okay?
This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 10. It reads, For the, for the stars of the heaven and and the constellation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. So so with the stars of heaven, so so what's gonna happen to this place where all the power grid goes out, when just the most high will put the spirit on these nations to shoot nukes to this place, to America. When these nuclear missiles hit, America's going to be wiped off. Okay, the missiles going, the ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles, it's going to block out the sun. It's going to turn it to like darkness. Okay, that's what's going to happen in the very near future. In the very near future, man. The very near future, man. The Most High is is uh is going to just like judge this place, and just like rightfully so, cause this place is wicked, man. Wicked. The presence of our people, man. The rape, rob, and murder of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and just like also Native Americans. Okay, they still lynching our people to this day, very day. So let's go to Matthew, man. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21. This is Matthew chapter 24 verse 21. It reads, For for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No ever shall be. So like great, like for great tribulation, man. Um. So it's not looking. Hold on. Yeah, for that great tribulation. So like Yahweh Shai is warning the period of extreme trouble, distress, suffering. Okay, the word tribulation refers to like severe affliction and pressure. So so since as was not since the beginning of the world. So Yahweh Shai is saying tribulation will be unpreceded in its severity. Okay, so Yahweh Shai emphasizes that this won't be all only hardship. It will be a level of distress, unlike anything that is happening previously, man. Okay, this verse connects to Daniel 12:1, and there shall be a time of trouble, such was never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. It's gonna be worse than slavery, man. Way worse. Okay, way worse. Verse 22, and except those days shall be shortened, there shall be no flesh shall be saved, but the elect saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the days is gonna be shortened. So Yahweh Shai showed up, shorten up the days for the elect. Because let's say that the Most High did not shorten up the days for the elect. This damn man Esau Edom is gonna kill everybody, including himself. So this is why the Yahweh Shai has to shorten the days for the just like elect's sake, because Esau is doing too much, man. This damn devil is doing too much. He's doing too much. This man needs to go, and also he's gonna go. This is Job chapter 14 and verse 5. It reads, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." Uh, so seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, and appointed that his bounds that he cannot pass. So he cannot he's not going to like succeed with his new world order. Okay, he's not gonna go very far. This devil Esau Edom is not gonna go very far. So seeing his days are determined, so Job is recognizing that like a man's lifespan is ultimately in the hands of the Most High. So human beings do not determine exactly how long they live. So okay, so this aligns with Psalms 90:10. The days of our years are 70 and 10. And James 4:14. For what is life? What is your life? Even a vapor that appeared for a little time. So, and the number of his months with thee. So Job is saying that the Most High knows the full measure of a person's life. Okay, nothing about our lifespan is hidden from him. So Most High knows the beginning and the end. The Most High knows that Esau. Um, the Most High knows that knows the Most High Yahweh knows when they eat, just like Esau rulership, it's gonna come to an end. Okay, that a point that his bounds he cannot pass. So Job is describing that the Most High is setting boundaries for human life that cannot simply cross by his own power. So like the Most High knows that just like Esau Edom cannot pass his bounds. The Most High knows when when the Most High knows that the Most High Yahweh knows that that like that um let me say this again. The Most High Yahweh knows that Esau Edom's time is going to be up. He he knows, the Most High knows that uh that just like Esau's time is about to come to the end. The Most High Yahweh knows. Okay. So the Most High set boundaries on like a human life that cannot that a person cannot simply cross over in his power. Okay, the Most High knows when we live. The Most High knows when we die. It's a point that you're gonna live and you're gonna die. That's bounds. So that Esau Edom, he cannot pass his bounds. So Most High knows when Esau's rulership is going to be up. So Esau Edom cannot pass his bounds. That's his new world order. He's not going to be successful at it. Okay. So in Job 14:15 teaches that the man's life is temporary. measure ultimately under the authority of the Most High. So your days aren't unlimited. The Most High knows the measure of life, and man cannot go beyond boundaries appointed to him. So Esau Edom cannot pass his bounds. He cannot pass his boundaries. Esau Edom is not going to succeed with, with, with his new world order. Esau Edom is not going to rule because Most High set a time where this man dealt with the rule, his rulership, and also Most High set a time where his like Esau's rulership is about to come to the end. Okay, let's go to Proverbs 21:1. This is Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 1. It reads, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it who has whatsoever he will." So the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, man. The Most High controls everything. The Most High controls these people, man. You shouldn't be just like worried about that, man. The Most High is the Most High is in control. Okay, the Most High control these devils, man. Okay, so when this, I heard in Gary people be looting, people be killing each other, and a whole bunch of shit. So this when this power grid goes off, this economics clash and this grid go off, it's gonna lead to like a damn insurrection. It's gonna be like the purge, man. This is Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14 reads, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draw at night, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." For 16, "For there shall be sedition among men, and vain one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princesses, and their course of their actions that shall stand in their power." Yeah, man. Woe to the world and them that dwell in. So, woe means destruction to the world. These Edomites, these heathens, and 2/3 of our own people that dwell therein. Okay, for the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up against another, and swords in their hand, like an insurrection, an uprising. They not going to guard no president, no prime minister, no mayor, no senator, no cops, nobody. They're gonna take the power in their own actions. They're gonna rise up against the government. They're gonna kill these politicians, these senators, these cops, these damn cops, and some of these ICE agents. They're gonna say, "Fuck that shit. I quit." They're gonna be fearful they own lives and their families. It's gonna be bad. And there's gonna be martial law. Verse 17: "A man shall desire to go to the city and shall not be able." Yeah, it's gonna be martial law. You're gonna be able to go to another city, man. It's gonna be checkpoints. It's gonna be checkpoints. You gotta have this MOTB and you gotta be jabbed. You don't have that, they will hold you or tell you to go back, or just like kill you on sight. Verse 18: "For because of their pride, their cities shall be troubled, their houses be destroyed, and man shall be afraid." Yeah, so they pride, the city's gonna be trouble. It's gonna be bad. Like in Gary, it's gonna be way worse. Okay, and their house is gonna be destroyed, and man's gonna be afraid. These damn dudes, they gonna be afraid in that day, man. Verse 19: "And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because like a bread, great tribulation." So a man's not gonna have no pity on his neighbor. He gonna bust in your house with the sword. They're gonna kill you and your family, and I take your food because it's gonna be like a bread. You seen that right now in Gary. People busting in grocery stores trying to get shit to eat. It's about to be bad, man. it's about to be really bad. And I think in Gary, I think they're doing a test run. They're gonna do probably a 15-minute smart city. So this is not looking good, man. This is not looking good for America, man. So this is the last precept, second period, 3 and 10, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna let you after this precept, I'm gonna let you listen to just like I'm gonna let you listen to the Snyder reports. This is Second Peter, chapter 3 and verse 10. It reads, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, which in the which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall burn up." Yeah, man. So the day of the Lord's gonna come like a thief in the night. Do you know like a thief that comes to your house? He don't tell you when he's coming. He's gonna come like a thief in the night. Okay, that's when the Lord's gonna come just like a thief in the night. Which the heaven shall pass away with a great noise. So the heaven shall pass away with that great noise. That's the sound of made by the ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles hitting parts of the earth. Okay, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So the elements is like your buildings, skyscrapers, everything. It's gonna melt with fervent heat. That's these missiles melting these that's these ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles. They're gonna melt this place. They're gonna melt the grid. They're gonna melt everything. It's gonna melt with fervent heat, man. Okay, the earth also, if it works there, the earth shall burn up. So the earth also in the works shall be burned up, man. The ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles will only hit parts of the earth, man. Okay, it's not. It's gonna be really bad. It's gonna be really bad. One more precept. One more precept. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what matter of uh, persons ought ye to be in all in, in all holy conversations and and godliness. Look, verse 12. Looking and hasten unto the coming of the day of the Lord Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall dissolve, and the elements shall melt with firm heat. Yeah, man. It's gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be really bad. And like leading Yahweh by Shin Yahweh to just like uh, pro, protect us, man. Okay? You need to come back to your true power. You need to come back to just like your Yahweh by Shin before it's too late. Because that's the only way that's the only way to be saved. You need to come back to your true power. You need to come back to just like your how about Shia Rashad before it's too late. Before it's too late, man. Before it's too late, man. Okay? Because that's the only way we could get out this damn mess. That's the only way that the most high is going to like protect us. You need that daiwa. Love for protection. Okay? The order to have that daiwa, you gotta come back to Yahweh by Shib Yahweh Shai. Come back to your true power, repent, and come back to your Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. And try to keep the commandments to your best of your ability. And have faith and do the works, man. Get your mind out of this damn place spiritually. Flee from this place spiritually. Okay? And get this word while you can. Okay? So that's all I got. I gotta say about it. So, um, yeah, yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. So I'm gonna wrap this up. First, I'd like to give just like all praises, honor and glory goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai Ba'Shil Kakadash, and double R's by Pastor El Great Millstone. Worlds will just edifying to the next one. Shalom.
So I want to give you this. What experts are telling us is that you need to have some type of backup generator. You need to have a generator just in case. You also need to make sure you.
Salakia, and what were they? If you live in the house, I'm just saying, if you just live in the house, you should have you to be wise. I'm not saying to like depend on that. I'm just saying to be wise, you should have like a just like a generator, and also have a power backup generator. You can get that at Lowe's if you have a main house. Okay, just in case. Okay, just be wise. Stock up some water and stock up some food as you can. Just be wise. I'm not saying depend on it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's wise if you live in the house, have you just like a backup generator. And they have a power generator at Lowe's and Home Depot, so you can have someone install it for you, just in case. Just be a little bit wise, and and it's like don't be telling people nothing. Stack up some water as much as you can. Stack up some water. Just be wise. Stack up some canned goods. Stack up just in case. Okay, we not depend on it, but it is wise to do so, and get you some clothes. Get you some extra socks. Get you some with some with some extra pairs of underwear and clothes.